countdown for blast-off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1, fire.
I'm telling you for the last time, Lazar, what your show pulled is indefensible. It's inexcusable. It's beyond the lowest point of human indecency. How could you do something, especially to your own cousin? Not only your cousin, but to his memory. What is wrong with you, Lazar? What is wrong with Jingles? What's wrong with this town? Not one person I've talked to seems to even care that a young man's memory was dragged through the mud on the whim of a maniac. What is wrong with you, Lazar? How could you let something like this happen?
Nobody knew, sir. Nobody. The day of Bunson's memorial service, all of us, Jingles, Ginny, myself, we were all caught up in the day. So Jingles, he thought I was going to watch over Mervyn. Make sure he didn't do what he ultimately did. But I thought Jingles was going to watch over him, because we both thought the other was monitoring him. Mervyn had free rein in our production studio, and, well, you see what happened. It was an honest mistake, at least on Jingles' part and my own. Believe me, sir, if we knew where Mervyn was right now, we'd drag him here and let him answer you for himself. But none of us has seen Mervyn since the day of the memorial service. At least, well,
what, Lazar?
Sylvester's gone missing, preacher. Since Ollie's still missing, well, 3 people don't go missing at the same time without a connection. We believe that wherever Mervyn is, Sylvester and Ollie are with him. We've just not been able to find any of them. We thought we had, but, well, things didn't go so well.
That's all and well, Ginny, but that doesn't save you from my threats of a lawsuit. If I don't find Mervyn, if you don't find Mervyn, I'll drag this into court, and the FBI can find Mervyn. I'm sorry, Lazar. I'm sorry, Ginny, but in a little town like this, a lion is only as good as his word. With that little hatchet job Mervyn pulled, my word is now useless. Not one person showed up for Sunday service. Not one. If the people could only let me explain, see how amateurish that edit was. If only they'd give me a chance to explain what really happened. But they aren't, Lazar. They aren't. They all think that's what really happened at Bunson service. Even those who were there, Lazar, even those who were at the service, believe that's what I really said. What has happened in this town, Lazar? What is happening to the people in this town?
Lazar, I was told that. Oh, there you are. We've got unfinished business. Nobody punches me in the nose and gets away with it.
Horace, please. We've got enough problems already. The last thing we need is a hothead like you coming around, making a bad situation worse.
Yes, my young man, now is not the time for fisticuffs. You best.
Grab it, old man. I don't need to be preached to by the likes of you. I may not have liked Bunson all that much, A year ago, yeah, he was kinda cool, but lately, he's all goody-goody, like Lazar and his geeky friend Jingles. But anyway, yeah, what you did to him at that service.
I never did anything to him at that service. Those words.
Those words hung you, Pops. You can't get out of them. The TV don't lie. I watched it myself. At first, I thought it was funny. But you crossed the line, old man. It's one thing to crack a joke about the dead, but you cracked the joke right over Bunson's corpse. Like a broke egg, you got it all slimy. So you have no leg to stand on, so beat it, Pops.
You see what I'm up against, Lazar? You see what I've been going through? What are you going to do about this? What, I ask you, what?
This is getting entirely out of hand.
You said it, Lazar. Now listen here. I won't have this going on in Mrs. Bear's home. She's the sweetest woman in the world. She's been through a lot, and she doesn't need all this yelling. First Bunson disappeared. Then he was pronounced dead. Then Sylvester. Then he disappeared. Now you two come barging in here, and I have had enough. Do you hear me? Enough. Preacher, I'm sorry that this is happening to you. Once we find Dolly, Sylvester, whatever, Mervyn, we'll get this whole thing straightened out. As for you, Horace, it's your fault Sylvester ran off, so you best just turn yourself around, put the door back on its hinges, and get out of here.
Not until me and Lazar settle our differences. You gave me 5 at the bowling alley, Lazar. I just came over here to pay you back.
I told you at the bowling alley, Horace, if you ever came around and made trouble for anyone I care about again, there was going to be hell to pay. Well, you may have come over to pay me back, but I haven't started giving yet. If you want a piece of me, Horace, well, you've just got...
Quickly, we've got to get to it.
Wait, what? Ollie? Mervyn? What?
Mervyn, where's Sylvester? What have you done to him? There's no time, Ginny. There's no time.
Young man, it is customary to say excuse me.
There's no time. No time. No time at all. We have to go back. Back to make things right. Ginny, we've got to get to the bee machine, the new one you built. We've got to get to it quickly. We've got to set things right.
You aren't going anywhere. At least Mervyn isn't. I've been looking for you for a long time, Mervyn, and you are going to answer for everything you've done.
He can't. There's no time left. Please, Ginny, you've got to take us to your bee machine. Not until you tell me where you've taken Sylvester. Then maybe I'll take you to... Oh, Lazar, what is going on here?
I don't know, Ginny, but something is definitely up. This house hasn't had this much company since Bunson's wake. Even then it wasn't this awoken.
Mervyn, Ollie, you traitors! Just because Sylvester turned traitor doesn't mean I'm going to let the two of you get away with it as well. Get back here this instant.
Jason, what? What hole did you crawl out of?
Jason, Ollie, or Mervyn, I don't care who. Where's Sylvester? The last I knew, he was with you three. What have you done to him? Where is he? I want this nonsense to stop this instant. Nobody is saying another word until I find out where Sylvester is.
Then you may have a long wait, Ginny.
What exactly do you mean by that, Jason?
None of us knows where Sylvester is. He turned on us and ran off with...
Lazar, we've got a fight to get to. Now, are you meeting me outside, or...
Can it, Horace? Can't you see there's more important things going on? Now you get out of here. We can fight tomorrow. Just beat it. Or the next thing you know, it will be all of us against you.
You wouldn't do something like that. You couldn't.
Oh, yes, he could, young man.
Get out of here, Horace. There's much too much going on tonight to be wasting time on you. I'll gladly contribute to a fight, just so I don't have to look at that ugly mug of yours anymore.
All right, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Lazar. Don't you forget.
Now, then, Where were we? First things first. Mervyn. Ali, someone wants a word with you. Now, Mr. Preacher.
That is sir to you, young man.
As you wish, sir. Since Mervyn is no longer here, you no longer have a reason to be here, do you?
What did you do with him?
Whatever I wish. He will return tomorrow. At his house. You may find him there. Now, as I've said, since he is no longer here...
Very well. I'll check his house tomorrow. But if he isn't there...
You've more pressing concerns to worry about. Sir, I wouldn't waste what limited mental energies you have on the likes of him.
If anyone ever needed God in a spanking, it's you. Goodbye.
That just leaves us, doesn't it, Lazar? Doesn't it?
Where's Sylvester, Jason? Where is he?
As I told you, I don't know where he is. Wherever he is safe.
How can you be so sure he's safe if you don't know where he is?
He's fine, Lazar, he's fine. Just take my word for it, okay?
Your word, that doesn't count for much. Your word and $1 won't even pay the tax on a $1 burger at Sammy's Diner.
Bunson, Ali, Sylvester, Jingles, one way or another, your friends and family just keep disappearing on you, don't they, Lazar?
All thanks to you, Jason.
I wish I could take the credit, but I can't. I am but a lowly apprentice. It is he whom I serve who will get the glory. But one day soon, all will be made right.
Ollie said the same thing. What are you involved with, Jason? It can't be anything good.
Good is written by he who survives to write it, Lazar. To the victor goes the memory of history.
What are you talking about, Jason? What does this have to do with Sylvester?
Not everything in the world revolves around that little brat, Lazar. I'm talking big things here, important things. You're talking changing diapers on a kindergartner. Don't you see what I'm getting at?
No, I don't, Jason. I don't see anything but someone who has too high an opinion of himself. Someone who's got mixed up in something he doesn't understand, and that's way over his head. In the end, it will cost you everything. Look at yourself. The only friends you have are desperate to escape you. Ollie, Mervyn, a guy with no friends since Bunson died. Yet even he doesn't want anything to do with you. Is whatever you are after worth so much, Jason?
Some things are, Lazar. Some things are.
Like what things?
You have cousins in Jingles and Bunson and Sylvester. I once had a sister. One day when we were 6, she was playing ball with me.
A sister?
Yeah, a sister. Even us underlings have family. Had family.
It was a car accident, wasn't it?
It was no accident, Lazar.
What do you mean, Jason? As I remember it, your sister was playing with you, throwing a ball back and forth. When the ball bounced off a tree and, well, she ran after it. That's when the car...
Yeah, the car erased her from existence. But it was no accident, Lazar. The ball didn't bounce off the tree. I threw it at the tree because she was making me mad. So I took the ball, hurled it as hard as I could against the tree, and it bounced off into the street. She ran off after it without looking, and she was gone.
But you didn't throw it in the street. You didn't know what was going to happen. Like any 6-year-old, you got mad, acted out. It wasn't your fault, Jason. It was an accident. An unfortunate one, but it was just one of those things that happen in life.
Not for long, Ginny, not anymore.
I don't like the sound of this.
There's a being, a frightening being with much power. So long as I serve him, he will rewrite history. Once the time has come, once he's gotten strong enough, he promised Ollie to erase the incident with Bunson and his explosion. He promised Mervyn to erase that edit he made of Bunson's service. He promised Sylvester.
He promised Sylvester to cure him.
Yes.
That's why he ran off. Oh, my poor little guy. Doesn't he know?
He knew what he needed to know. But Sylvester ran away from us. Ollie and Mervyn ran away from me. Now Ollie and Mervyn are being re-educated. As for Sylvester,
Yes, as for Sylvester.
he'll turn up, Ginny. He'll be along. Just have patience.
You're a fine one to speak of patience. You can't just go around changing history, Jason. Everything that's happened has happened for a reason.
What do you mean, Lazar? I should think that you would be all for Ali's desire for a changed history. It would get you Bunsen back, would it not?
Maybe it would. Maybe. Even if it did, at what cost? Let's say this boss of yours gets changed into a deity or whatever. He rights all the wrongs of those who serve him. You can't just go around history changing the bad without changing the good too. If you go back in time and start messing around, sure, one bad event might be altered, but so will all the good events after it. You don't know the total effect your act, your changing your past will have on today. Just about anything could come of it. Instead of making your life better, you might make it worse. You just can't know what changing the past will do.
That is a chance I am willing to take. It is getting late. I've served my purpose here, Lazar. I have reclaimed Ali and Mervyn. The time has come for me to depart. I must meet my destiny. Lazar, Ginny, for what it's worth, not everything in the present is so bad. Good things do occur.
Huh? What good things? What do you mean, Jason?
All I will say is this. Do not leave the house tonight.
What? Why not, Jason? What do you suppose he meant by that, Ginny?
Only the Lord knows, Lazar. Only the Lord knows.
Where did Albert go? He was with us when we left Scotland, but when we got here, he was just gone, Bunsen.
That's the way it goes with these here astral types. They just go about their business without any concern or consideration for those they's instructing. But it looks like we's back home. After everything, we's home, my little guy.
Home!
What is it, Sylvester?
I don't know, really, where home is, Bunsen. I mean, I lived for a long time with my mom after my dad left. Ever since they've split up, home has been...
Don't you worry none, Sylvester. Once this night is over, you's home will be with me, because my home is your home. It will be for as long as you need it. Me, Ginny, Lazar, Jingles, we's all yours family. You's part of our home now, and always.
I will be happy then. If I can stay with you, Bunsen, I will be. I'll feel like I finally belong somewhere.
You's belong, Sylvester. I imagine ever since you's disappeared, you's been missed like crazy by Ginny. You's don't know how much she worries about all those under her care. She must be half out of her mind with worry about you. I'll never forgive Jason for dragging you into this. If I ever get my hands on that idiot's scrawny neck, well, that's for later. Right now, you's best go over to my house and tell Ginny that you's all right.
Oh, do I have to, Bunsen? I want to stay here and see what happens.
If we wasn't home, I's allows it. But honestly, Sylvester, it's just too dangerous. I don't know what's going to happen once I activate the orb. I wants you as far away as possible.
But Bunsen...
No, but Sylvester, we's got you home, and I want you where I knows you's is safe, with Ginny and with my mom and pop. It will make things go a little easier if I knows you's is safe and far away, so that no matter what happens, yous will be all right.
Oh, okay, Bunsen.
Chin up, my little guy. I'll be seeing you soon. Then we'll have the rest of our lives to hang out together.
You mean it, Bunsen? The rest of our lives? We can go get ice cream every day.
Yes, I's means it. Well, I's don't know about every day, but we'll go a lot. That's I promise you. Now, run along, Sylvester.
Okay, Bunsen. Good luck with the orb, and say hi to Ariel when you see her.
Oh, I's will. Oh, Sylvester.
Yes, Bunsen?
Don't tell Ginny. Lazar, or anyone about me being alive yet. That's going to come as quite a shock to a lot of people. We's best keep that news to ourselves for the time being.
If someone asks how I got back here, what should I tell them?
Well, tell them you aren't really sure just how you got back here, which is more true than they will realize. We'll explain it all to them once I's back from the dead.
Okay, Bunsen, I'll keep quiet.
So long, Sylvester. I'll see you soon.
Bye, Bunsen.
Exit 1, Sylvester. All right, Bob. Transport our little ball-headed baboon to the scene of action. Jason, you can show up anytime now. The gang's all here. It's showtime. Shut your mouth, Jason! The orb belongs to me! It is my destiny to possess it, as well as the Cloak of Hidden Beauty!
My master does not recognize your authority, Captain.
He's wet behind the ears, totally green, not even a deity, yet here I am in all my power!
A power that left you captive in this house for months. What kind of deity are you? If you can't even walk out of a front door, your claim is invalid.
Fellas, I was out shaping galaxies when your master was crawling around garbage cans, sniffing for his dinner! Fellas.
He may be young, as am I, but age must make way for youth. Your time, Captain, has passed. It is time for the dawn of a new age.
Fellas. Age before beauty. Is that not how the saying goes? Fellas.
You may be old, but you are not beautiful, Captain. I doubt you were ever cute. You must have been the ugliest baby this side of the moon.
Fellas. We'll just see about that. Mother! Mother! Where are you? Where are you? Do you still have those pictures of me in my baby clothes? Fellas!
What are you going on about, Bunsen? You aren't even a part of this conversation.
Has it ever occurred to either of you that I am in possession of the orb? Neither of you have any claim on it whatsoever. I's got it. I's not giving it up, so I's don't know what yous two is even doing here right now. But you may's as well leave, 'cause I'll put the final piece in it and...
Excuse my delay, Bunsen, but I was attending to other matters. It seems I arrived just in time. Everyone who's supposed to be here is here. Jason, Orville, and you, Bunsen.
They supposed to be here?
We are now at the central time point. As such, all involved must be present.
What for, Albert?
To be warned.
To be tricked, more likely.
Or lied to, perhaps.
Be gone, Albert. We have no interest in what you have to say.
Nonetheless, I shall say it. This is the final opportunity to put an end to the war that plagues each of us. The war to dethrone Ariel. Her representative here, Bunsen, and myself. You two, trying to dethrone her. Either Orville, with his new lackey Bob, or the Overseer, and his apprentice Jason. 3 sides of a triangle, 3 factions, all after the same force. This war must end. I offer an opportunity to put an end to it here and now.
You know that cannot happen, Albert, so why do you offer it?
Because I must. You must be offered peace, if only to reject it, to cement your punishment later on.
That is if I lose the war. That is a big if, Albert. Even you cannot see that far ahead.
No, I cannot, but I can say this. The events of the last year have brought us here. This ends tonight. There can only be one victor. Do you reject my offer for peace, Orville?
Of course I reject it.
Jason, in the name of your master, do you also reject my offer of peace?
For the sake of my sister, I'll always reject peace.
The book is sealed. What must be will be.
Hello, Bunson. Orville. Jason. Jingles, what on earth? What are you doing here? Ain't you, surprised to see me? Little surprises me anymore, Bunson. I got my memory back. I remember it all. How's you's, feeling? You's okay? Don't worry about me, Bunson. I'm fine. I'm not here to help Orville this time. I've had enough of that. I'm here simply to witness what comes next. So, you finally realize that I deserve the honor I'm about to be bestowed. I realize that this is finally over, and after tonight I can get back to what's left of my life. Let's just do this thing. Bunson, you've got the orb. All of it. Yes, yeah. What do you know about it, Jingles? Everything. Hold on to it, Bunson. Don't give it to either of these two. Just hold on to it. And do what with it? Exactly. Wait. We wait. Ginny, why don't you go to bed? I'll wait up. All night if I have to. Whatever is going to happen will still happen if you're asleep. I can wake you up as soon as it does.
Nah, it's all right, Lazar. I'll be fine. I've got to see this for myself. As crazy as today, as tonight has been, I've got to see this through. Whatever's going to happen, I want to be here to see it happen.
Wait for what? Someone's coming. That's some storm brewing out there. Figures that idiot horse broke the front door. Now the front of the house is going to get soaked.
Not to mention, just anyone can walk in here. Could this not get any worse?
Who's coming? The straw that breaks the camel's back. If today were Friday the 13th with a full moon, it would be entirely appropriate for his arrival. I can hear someone. Hey, who's that at the front door? We've had enough visitors tonight and we don't want to buy anything. So beat it, Buster. We're tired.
Lazar, wait.
And here he is.
Sylvester, I don't believe it. Where do you come from? How did you get here?
I don't care how he got here. I'm just glad you're back. Sylvester, you don't know how worried we've been about you. How? Just what? Where?
We'll get the answers later, Lazar. Sylvester, I just want to hug you and never let you go.
It's a blue world, isn't it?